Yeah, what? Okay, I'm about to run through these memories real quick. Uh, probably real quick. It's probably gonna remember so many things. Uh, I'm just going off the top of my head. Some things may be slightly off. Some things may be perfect. I don't know, but it's gonna be unprofessional as fuck. So I'm sitting in my favorite little chair, man. Comfortable, bro. Uh, shit. I don't even know where to start. Happy got adopted for real. Like, I'm pretty sure your situation was a lot better at the Captains than it was where you previously were, whatnot. Um, shit. In the beginning, I guess I gravitated towards you because the rejection you was receiving from other people. I won't say any names, you know. But yeah, man. Like I guess other people see me as competition. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. I just love seeing the team work together, bro. Like I just have no competitive bone in my body. Like I rather see everybody win. So I need you to be on the team. Um, yeah, we end up growing a deep bond. I guess I gravitate to you also because of your uniqueness. You know, I'm a very unique character, and I'm happy I have some type of success and look pretty decent because otherwise they'll just be like, man, that's one weird, ugly guy, you know. But since I was decent looking, you know, people was like, no, he might be onto something, even though I wasn't on the shit, bro. I just like being unique, man. Yeah, my bad for making fun of you for hitting the block button on the fighting games because it was a part of the game, and for using the backboard, also a part of the game. I know you don't care, but we used to make fun of you for that little stuff, bro, just because we didn't want to do it, you know. But you're just using the tools that was built into the system, you know. I enjoyed our random debates for sure. Like I said, like I told you on the phone one time, man. I just wish I could have recorded those debates and just just listen. I would listen to those things all day, bro. Because I can imagine our little silly points that we thought was so concrete back then, whatever, like that. Sometimes I'll just stare up into the distance because I'm going through. That's how I go through my thoughts, and I don't like staring at a camera. So whatever. Uh, let's just get started with topics. Everybody else, I went in like chronological order, you know. But I'll start off with a topic and we're just going chronological order. I hate that word. I don't hate it. It's just sometimes tough to say, and that's Jay over explaining like I always do. Yeah. Start with Byron. Uh, I still don't know the causation of you. I mean, we tried to think about it when we talked about it. Of you getting hit with that Michelangelo glove, like somebody take your own glove and use it on you, bro. That was just wild. But yeah, Corman came back on that boy though. I mean, he came back on me even though I didn't mess with Leslie, bro. Because that boy Leslie, man, little 5'2". He had to been like in the ninth grade or 10th grade or whatever. Like 5'4", bright skin, and named Leslie. What was his Mary? Yeah, yeah. Have a girl name, and I'm pretty sure the word Poonie. They called that dude Puny, and he wanted to make it sound cool, so he called it Poonie. Nah, nigga, you puny, bro. Yeah, he got his licks back. Whatever licks Byron gave you, boy, Les got it back on Byron, bro. Um, I still don't know what kind of hidden energy you had with inside of you, bro. Like for you to be immune to Leslie, his brother Duty, and his other brother Lil Joe. Y'all just stayed cool while he was smacking us up. It's a good power to have, whatever that is. I don't know if you was able to take that inside your adulthood, but yeah, it's a pretty good one to have. Um, Also with Byron, trying to stick to this topic, just to have some type of instead of just bouncing, because I could bounce everywhere if I wanted to. Anyway, and I know you probably won't care, but it just won't sound formal. Not formal, but whatever. Man, why'd you stick your eye through that fence, man? We talked about this also. A lot of things that we talked about during the switch. Like, I enjoyed getting switch. Not for the gameplay. Don't really care if I got first place or 12th place or whatever places they have inside Mario Kart. I cared about the conversation. Just the whole one-on-one meant a lot to me. But I want to say that you told me you had defects in your eyes or complications in your eye later on that one rock that he threw that you stared through the fence and got popped on. Yeah, it's a chain link fence, bro. You didn't have to stare through that thing, man. Oh shit! When he told, I guess these are just random little moments like that we had like, as a kid. When he told your pops that Byron farted in the front of you outside, man. It wasn't like we was inside the crib and he passed the gas. You know what I'm saying? We was all outside or whatever, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's some fun times. I guess you'd call it fun times. The time he had those basketball-sized football. When I always go outside and play catch with him. Jesus Christ, I couldn't even wrap my hand around that thing. And I was in pretty big hands as a kid, bro. And also, I'm trying this little Brazilian jiu-jitsu moves on this, like, like we're just some freaking dummies, man. Like, we're some test dummies, you know. The pork and bean sandwiches, and of course the times that he came around with those Orby sandwiches, and didn't give one of us anything. Just kept eating and talking about like a football game that he played or what he learned in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and we were sitting there starving, man, stomach growling. He's just smacking up on that Arby's barbecue sandwich, bro. So the bowling, I don't know why you snitch on him, because he was like over 17, so he couldn't get like the 4 games for $6. He was like, that Byron, he's not 16. I mean, he's over 16, so he shouldn't. And later was like, she slowly moved those shoes back. Yeah, but he got you back inside the van, bro. I wish I could have helped you. I guess it was kind of like the situation when you stared at me getting whooped in front of Taco Bell in front of Megan, and all you could do is just sit there and stare. Like, bro, I want to help you, but I can't. Yeah, I just had to sit inside that van and be like, I want to help you, bro, but I really can't, man. You sort of deserved it in a way, but whatever, you know. I don't think you deserve that much, you know. Like getting clowned or something, maybe, you know. But yeah, that boy Dustin got the boy back on them that 3 midget jokes, man. I don't even like telling the joke, bro. You know what I'm talking about. Smallest hand, smallest feet, smallest dick, you know. Who is Byron Biagas, whatever. What was your... You came downstairs with us for Byron's sister wedding. When Dennis wanted to race Byron so we could get Dennis downstairs to so they could try to run game on Ashley upstairs. It didn't work at all. Man, so many things we already talked about. I mean, there's no point even bringing them back up. Of course, you, Ray, and me, Byron, RJ, and Dustin sitting inside the middle of the mall, and that white chick came next by numbers, and yeah, I promise you, bro. Byron wasn't laughing. All 5 of us was laughing, but Byron's a 6th man. He wanted that number, bro. He wanted that number. Enough about that. What else? Another topic. Sports, man. I was happy to see you play baseball. I don't know if your parents talked you into it because your brother was playing. I don't know. Just happy you joined, bro, for the little Mid City Blazers. I want to say the little blue and white outfit y'all wore. And we had the Jaguars at green and gold with the big J on the top of the hat with Jared, you know, or Jaguars. I don't know whichever one it was. But yeah, when it was when they were pitching to you, and I did I told you old boy inside the in the audience was doing the Yablo dance from the Sprite commercial. Bro, I got so much hell from that umpire. Can you please be quiet, bro? It wasn't even my style to be like laughing and joking and stuff like that, bro. I was a quiet cat when I was a kid, man. But something when I was behind that umpire mask, bro, I just talked mad crap. I don't even know why, bro. Um, yeah, be happy you was not invited to that All-Star game with Ray and I, bro, because Salt Lake Charles came through about 14-0. We got about 5 hits. Every time somebody would get a hit, they would get caught at first base. I think I made it to first base and about like 2 other people maybe made it to first base. But nobody ever could hit to bring them cats around the base. I don't think one of our little feet touched second base on that whole game, bro. Yeah, that was just a freaking torture, bro. I mean, I don't care because I wasn't. I didn't care if we won or lost. I was just okay, still playing baseball. I guess it'll be my last game for this season. My last game ever too. I think that was my last game I ever played. What's that? I did 2 seasons there, maybe so, maybe not, whatever like that. But I cared about the whole team, bro. Um, other sports stuff. We don't really have a lot of sports. Oh, playing basketball. Yeah. Ray and Josh running North Carolina offense with 2 people, and I'm pretty sure you need 5 people to run the North Carolina offense. I don't watch basketball, but I'm pretty sure you need more than 5 people, bro. But it ended up being real fun later on. Oh man, remember that double pump on the boom double pump dunk over Bozier, knocked his ass back. Big old black dude, man. He had to been about like in my head about like 6 foot, and yeah. The fact that the rim came down, I want to say after that dunk, just I don't know, man. Boy, probably I don't know how that boy felt, man. But we was ecstatic after that drop. But then we ended up moving to just you, me, Ray, Floyd, and Screech. And they called me Lurch because I was just staying at the post and lay it down. But then y'all boys took it serious, bro. Y'all boys moving back and forth through the tiers, having like tournaments, man, with Floyd and them. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I made like a few games over to Floyd House, but yeah, I wasn't. I just wasn't that serious on baseball. And oh, the big day with with Big Nick with that dumb. That boy knew he was untouchable. Ain't nobody gonna clown Big Nick, bro. Because he gonna wreck you if he gone. But that boy, all that purple, man, that little dude, whoever he was, like 40 people playing basketball at y'all crib, man, he wrecked Big Nick, man. Big Nick can say crap. I was scared to laugh at Big Nick 'cause I was scared once that dude left, he was gonna start wrecking on one of us, man. But yeah, that was a fun day. Other football games. Oh, when we wore the hutch outfits, and Rochelle was like, "Y'all really gonna order that for Christmas?" I was like, "Yeah." You order 49ers. I ain't gonna say that out loud, but I didn't want to say that out loud, put it that way. But I remember that. You and your brother at the 49ers, I had the Raiders, man, and I remember getting that thing inside the for opening up for Christmas, and I was like, "Man, Rochelle was right. These things are straight whack plastic." But yeah, still tried to put it on. Then my big old head, bro. My helmet didn't even fit right. It kind of like went to my nose. I remember walking to y'all house and knocking on the door, and y'all was already fitted up inside the 49ers outfit. And we was like, man, Byron can't play with us, unless you got an outfit, bro. You ain't got that hutch outfit, and you ain't even worthy on coming on the court with us. Football games. At the time, Rick and Rico came. I don't know if you was outside. Pretty sure you were. And them boys was punting that ball from like the freaking street to the ditch. Them boys had some feet. I couldn't even throw the ball that far. Better yet, kick it with precision like that. Do we continue? I'll hop back on sports, man. If something pops out of my head, whatever like that. Oh, well, still sticking with sports. Playing baseball and smacking Jennifer in the in the back of the head, bro. Not funny at all, man. Cause I could have easily killed that girl, man. I don't know if she was way low. Man, I remember it like vividly. Like Ray was at the pitcher mound, and I was standing there with that aluminum bat, and of course it wasn't a TPX. It was like an off-brand like TPS. That TPX is expensive. That was like $89 baseball bat. That was like freaking gold mine back then. But yeah, she was down there, and I was like, Ray, just pitch the ball, and I'm gonna swing, cause it's gonna be like left chest high, and she's down there. I don't know if she just stood up, and the second she stood up, it smacked the back of her head, and luckily it smacked the back of the head, not in the face, man. That could have messed up some real damage. Yeah. But of course you didn't. Were you outfield maybe? I think he was on the outfield, like near my house, where you'll catch the ball, whatever like that. But man, she ran around that house with her mouth like wide open with no noise coming out. Whole man came to my crib the next day and dropped that old hospital bill to my parents or whatnot. I remember I just walked home from school. My boy came right there and knocked on that living room door. I don't know why we never tried soccer. I don't even know why that random memory popped inside of my head. All we needed was 2 goals and kicking some balls, man. Baseball, football, basketball. Yeah, like I said, I'll go back to sports. But were you there that? Yeah, I think you were there that day. Not really dealing with sports or whatnot. It was still dealing with Jennifer. When I want to say it was you, me, Dennis, Byron for some odd reason, was with us. And I want to say Ray, not for sure, because he rarely hung out with us. But I know for sure we all went to IHOP and we seen Jennifer, and we just wanted to tell her hi, you know. And then she like almost like went into like tears and stuff. Like, ran to her home, people whatever like that. And Byron would go check on her. And she was telling people we bullied her, bro. I don't remember ever bullying her, because we used to let her dig inside the little crawfish pond thing we had, the thing that drained into the ditch with the little rocks on the side, whatever like that. And we had those little small hand shovels and rakes and stuff like that. And the only thing we laughed about was how she pronounced the word rock, because she would say wok. Like she couldn't pronounce the R's. She would put a W in front of all them things. But yeah, I know I didn't bully her for sure. I mean, I hit her with a baseball bat, but that wasn't intentional. With Jennifer in sports, I remember. I don't know what kind of trends Jennifer had, or what kind of trends Ray had on Jennifer. But man, I remember Ray would be like, "Man, I want like some water or like a Pepsi or something." And she'll run home, she'll come back. Ray would be like, "I want some cookies," and she'll run home, she'll grab it back. Ray was so advanced, man. I don't know what he put on that little girl, man, but yeah, he had to bring them stuff. She had that swimming pool. Speaking of Jennifer, I don't even know why I stuck on the Jennifer topic, but it's whatever. And we was all inside the tree that one day, and we seen that little. Of course, he was already kicked out the crew, so we couldn't go and jump inside the swimming pool with Jennifer, which would have been awesome. But that the little black dude, nigga was just walking back from on that side where what was it called, Service Merchandise, and fully clothed. And he just jumped inside the ditch, took off his shirt, took off his pants, straight drawers, shoes, everything, and jumped inside the swimming pool, bro. That boy must have been hot. I would have never imagined jumping inside somebody else's pool, bro. But he didn't care, man. Pretty sure he's some kind of murderer by now. Boy had no conscience, or a robber or something, bro. Shit. Instead of regular games, move to video games. Jesus Christ. I could go on that like almost all day. Of course, I'm gonna miss some, but just off the top of my head. And that's honestly where like one of our huge connections was playing video games because you didn't come outside much to play sports. He was more of an inside cat. I remember that time Byron had I guess it was a time after Byron farted and your dad kicked him out. He couldn't come upstairs, but we was all upstairs playing the Ninja Turtles. I want to say, was it Ninja? Yeah, I think it was Ninja Turtles. And you did the up, down, left, right, select, start, A, B, select, whatever the code. I don't feel like going through my head. I could go through it, but it's probably take about a 2-minute gap of me staring at the wall and figuring out whatever. Yeah, but he gave us that Konami code. We used to play that little hockey game Ray had. I don't know what got Ray into hockey. To even think about getting a hockey video game would have never crossed my mind. But yeah, we used to play that. I was more excited about the fights. Of course, Madden. I still don't know why you punted me the ball in overtime. Ray was like, "Oh, this guy's an idiot." I was like, "Hey man, let that man punt me the ball in overtime." Yeah, one of the coin toss. But yeah, one of our greatest games on that Madden was the snow. Boy, we had a battle to the end. I want to say I overcame you on that game. That's still one of the coldest Madden games I ever played, bro. Even more than beating Nolan. Just because I had to dig deep, man, to get that win off, bro. You was cold. You was cold. I mean, you got way better than me later on, but at that time, we was probably like neck and neck, and I just got that 1 inch better than you on that snow game, whatever like that. And yes, middle school, I started moving towards the Sega Saturn because I like playing at Virtual Fighters at the bowling alley, and I seen Sega Saturn had it's the 31st and the 32X had it, and I want to say Sega Saturn got the Virtual Fighters 2, and yeah, we played that the Tomb Raider, and of course, bro, I was scared when that Panther jumped out. Like, no lie, like all honesty, that thing scared the crap out of me. We was inside the Egyptian tomb, and we was running towards something, and that Panther jumped out, and I screamed, bro. And of course, I have to make things instead of showing the weakness. I had to show the strength. I was like, oh man, that's a pimp scream, bro. You don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that pimp scream, bro. Yeah, but it legit caught me off guard. And Jesus Christ, playing with Ray on that Zelda, man, never get that boy to stick. 3 times. Ray was like, man, let me go get a heart. To fall into the water, have to run all the way back around and start that thing over again. Of course, on the Sega Saturn, Daytona USA, beat it and get the horses, whatever. Virtual Fighter 2, that was more my thing. But the Virtual Cop, whew. Them boys are so disrespectful, man. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a klutz cop, they should say that like a lower tone, you know? Like if your TV on like volume level like 10 and you a klutz cop, they should say it on like volume 2, you know? Like, man, they be putting niggas out in front of people's parents. Like, man, my mom can have a klutz cop in the next room, bro. Like, leave that, keep that down, you know? But then when Sega Saturn more, trying to think if we had any other really good games on Sega Saturn, cause that other shooting game we had that came out on the Dreamcast. I really can't think of any other. Not off the top of my head right now, like any other big games we had on the Sega Saturn. And I'm probably missing like an important one. I mean, you'll remember, bro. Yeah. But then eventually moved to the N64. I think another Sega Saturn came out. I think I'll bring it back. Then we moved to the N64, and that was just life changing, bro. It wasn't arcade graphics yet, you know, 'cause that's the Dreamcast brought the arcade to the crib, bro. But it was damn close, man. Like just to play a 3D game inside the house, going from that awesome Super Mario World for the Super NES to that, I love that game, man. I ended up getting 120 stars. I want to say you end up getting 120 stars too, because y'all got y'all Dreamcast later. I mean, y'all Nintendo 64 later. Because I remember you buying that ugly green controller. Like, who buys the green? I mean, I guess I get it from the sludge. Like, like the Rat King type. But man. Oh, yeah, speaking about sports, man. That boy, back to sports. That boy Nolan Saints, man. I want to say he had his Saints, that Triple X, on the Triple X and Triple X card and the Anthrax card. When he loaded that thing up, man, that boy had Troy Aikman, uh, freaking Joe Montana sitting the bench. That boy had like Emmitt Smith on the right, on the right side, Barry Sanders on the left, wide receivers like Jerry Rice, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, this boy got all stars, Hall of Famers sitting the bench, bro. Like that must be amazing. Oh, cheating ass Saints, man. But yeah, getting that Nintendo 64, that Zelda is still one of the greatest games I've ever played. I know that probably Breath of the Wild is a lot better, but I'm just not in the games like I used to be. I just can't get into it, you know. But Ocarina of Time, man, still my favorite. One of my favorite, got to be top 5 favorite games of all time. I want to say you and Ray was with me inside Toys R Us, and I made y'all boys wait like 2 hours before I finally decided on picking. I want to say, I don't know if it was Mario Kart or if it was Zelda, but man, it was like, hey, I'm going to get a game today. Y'all want to walk to Toys R Us with me? It's like, all right, cool. We get there, bro. Instead of just getting the game that I talked about, I held it, looked at the back, read every single little letter, put it back down. Had to walk up some aisles, play some demos, go back to the game, and eventually end up eventually buying it, whatever like that. But it's crazy because I bought the N64, the gold edition, right? And so I didn't know then, you know, that the 64 is supposed to be gold because my 64 was regular grade, but it came with a gold controller. Like, they had somebody who worked there who probably opened up that box, took out the gold one for like a limited edition, because it was a limited edition thing, whatever like that, and put in the regular 64 because I looked at it like a few years ago. If you got the gold edition, the controller and the system's supposed to be gold, not just the controller, but whatever. I still got the gold controller out of it. So I had like the gold controller, my clear controller, the blue controller, the black controller. Yeah, I think that was my 4. Unless I'm missing one. I want to say Ray had like a red one, or he just used the stock gray one. But yeah, we used to do a little X wrapping around the controllers, whatever. Oh well, shit! My other top game, I could go on for eternity on not eternity really, but like a long time just talking about our Mario Kart 64, the 64 battles, man. Uh, Even though Double Dash is my favorite of all time, Mario Kart 64 got that nostalgia, bro. Cause them battle modes, man. The day we brought RJ inside and just straight wrecked his balloons, man, that was the easiest. Instead of having to shoot the green things, I could just run and ram RJ with it because he didn't know what he was doing, bro. But yeah, you and I had some really good battles. Inside 64. The racing, yeah, you got me on that last one where we signed the papers. You can't find the papers, so I know you said it might be inside your parents' attic or somewhere hidden inside there. But bro, if you can't find the papers, it's not official. But you did beat me though. Just put that on the record. Yeah, the thing that Mario Kart 64 slightly had over Double Dash was the fact that the racing was amazing and the battle mode was racing. Double Dash had a badass racing, but this battle mode just wasn't the same, man. I don't know. I can't explain it. But going to going to rent games, uh, and we rent that freaking Forsaken. We should have known from the box, the little girl on the front of that, man. We should have never got this game. All I remember was getting nauseated. It's crazy because I was like, man, look, I'm gonna be the big man about this. I ain't even gonna say I'm nauseated. And then once you said you was nauseated, bro, I was like, bro, I've been nauseated like 20 minutes ago, bro. Let's bring this thing back. So of course we had to G the system, unplug the back of the 64, put the game inside, and turn it on, and nothing come on the screen. So when we go return the game to get our little $2.14 back, to rent something else, we was like, man, the game don't cut on. We turned it on, turned it off. It just won't cut on, bro. But also, man. Oh, boy, we had like that $2.11. And we were like, man, we're gonna rent a game, you know? And a dude behind the counter, man, he gotta be like a manager or something by now. Or I don't know, some kind of GM, but that boy stuck by the rules. He was like, you're missing 3 pennies. Bruh, 3 pennies? Man, we searched that whole video attractions until we found them 3 pennies, man. And like, here you go, a little sack of shit, man. Yeah, we ended up renting the game, man. Oh, while we play video games, you know what I feel bad for? I don't know why this random memory pops because I remember inside of my head. I remember I bought I spent $10 on a puffer fish, right? It's like this big, and big money back then, you know. And I had that bass, a big ass bass, and I put him inside the same tank because I was like, man, if you ever mess with the puffer fish, he gonna puff up so he can't eat him. Nope, that bass ate his ass that day. I woke up the next morning and I was like, bro, you just made me waste $10. And you and I started thinking of stuff to put inside of it, and we poured bleach inside of it, and you can see the bleach slowly coming down the fish tank, and the fish swimming lower and lower. But yeah, it was inevitable, bro. You slowly got to the rocks, and that bleach took over, and he got away, bro. It wasn't that man's fault, man. He was just doing his nature, bro. Eating. But yeah, in the beginning, I had that up, down with Siegfried, and the way you took Soul Calibur, bro, just poof, like light years ahead of all of us, bro. Because you could pick any character, man. But yeah, in the beginning, it was fun. It's in the beginning when I had the Dreamcast, when I first started talking to Megan. Then I got into the whole girl thing, and I just didn't stick with it like I was supposed to, man. But we had a lot of fun times at the arcade. Like I told you, bro, if we could go back in time, man, if you could have taken your skills from like 2002, whatever, 2001, 2002, on your 2003, whatever, on your Soul Calibur skills, and brought that to that first tournament, I would have bet everything I had on you, bro. I would have bet my parents' house that you would have won that thing, man. Nah, I remember that dirty old man inside the arcade when I was playing Tekken, and I'll pick Ken, and he'll do the little man, he's dropped. He'll do the little power up thing and punch. No, man was like, oh, don't power up on him. Oh, don't power up on him. I was powering up on them boys. Moved on to Ghost Recon. Man. Matter of fact, I was with you the first time I ever seen the Xbox 360. We was in Houston, and we was at the San Jacinto Mall, and they had the Xbox 360 on display. It was at the downstairs part of the mall, and then eventually I ended up buying the Xbox 360, and that was the first. I went to Blockbuster when it was on Ryan Street. And oh boy, I was like, man, I'm just looking for a game, man. He was like, you don't have any games? I was like, nah. He said, man, if you want to try a game, try this Ghost Recon, man. It is badass. I was like, okay. I usually don't take people's advice. I took his advice. It was badass. I ended up buying it like 2 or 3 days later, man. We had a lot of fun on them campaigns, man. Especially demolishing them boys at the Kappa House. It was like, oh, we're going to play a 2-on-2, our best against y'all 2. It's like beating RJ in Mario Kart. They had no chance in hell, bro. We was at the I remember one of the most memorable times we was at the one called the beach or the cove. It was like these mountains made a circle around the water inside the middle, and of course I had my Mr. C, with the three burst round. Um, and yeah, boy, them boys stood no chance. Shit. Going back to the 64, man, I almost forgot about GoldenEye. Matter of fact, I don't know if I'll still be alive by the time it come out, but like on the 27th, like 2 days from now, one day from now, they're adding GoldenEye to the Nintendo Switch Online thing. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm still here. We can hop on that too, just to go back inside that basement, man. I remember I figured out how to them. I want to say it was the time mines. When you throw it, if you hit the A and B at the same time, explode midair, bro. Just throwing mines at people's face. Because I was like, oh, it was a time mine. You had to throw it, had to stick to the wall. You got to wait like 3 seconds, and then I'll blow up. Nah, I threw that thing midair. Pow! Da-da-da-da. Of course, the proximity mines inside that basement. Jesus Christ, bro. Sometimes, man. Those sometimes. Because, you be running from somebody because they got the club or whatever gun they got. You don't even see their proximity mine when you walk through that nasty hallway. Shit, going back, like way back. They used to have this black dude. This dude had to weigh about 60 pounds. He wore some big old glasses and he would walk to video attractions and he would sit there and play Pac-Man every single time we got inside there. I don't know how cold he was at Pac-Man, but he better have one of the highest scores. Cause that's all that boy did. I don't know if you remember that cat. Back to the campaign zone. We're going off topic. Still on topic, but off topic, bro. One of my favorite ones, the Temple. Where you got to go like through the jungle, then you make that circle, and then you go to like it's like almost like an ant pile of them cats that's inside there. And after you take them out, you go inside the little temple thing that was open, wait on the helicopter to get back home to the wife and kids, man. And we used to play it on what was that? One Life, no drones. Yeah, that was some difficult stuff, bro. You and I did the wharf together. You was getting popped running to the helicopter. I remember, bro. You got like hit like once, but it wasn't like a deadly hit. So we both made it off the wharf. That was that one with like the little wooden wharf thing with like the water and stuff. It's still one of my favorite nights, man. This one you didn't make it home to. It was you, me, Marcus, and his homeboy. That Mexican looking cat, whatever like that. And it was at like the dock or whatever like that. Like you went on like this little secret boat and we all got off and you had to make your way and you was the tower cat. When you and I took the tower, I went up to the top of the tower and I would try to shoot people on the boat, whatever that thing, on the boards or whatever like that. So they'll have less people once we get to that section. And you stayed at the bottom, and when dudes are trying to run up to me to kill me for killing them, you would shoot them down, whatever, like that. That was just a fun night. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like, I'm talking about it, and I see the thing playing inside the front of my head right now. Crazy. I was the first person to ever make it past Old Town by myself. You and Marcus, y'all wanted to hate, but y'all couldn't. So I was a one-man team. I went across that thing, popped all them boys in the beginning, ran down those stairs, popped them boys, went to the left side, where they had like that little park thing, whatever like that, popped them boys out, and then I went to the middle of the back, because they had like a little section, like another like little type park thing where they had like that one big old tank at. Took out that boy on the tank, and completed the mission, one-man crew. Y'all couldn't do it, so that's my little ego talking for a little second. I had to let him slip out for a second. He's buried deep within inside of me, but sometimes you gotta feel it. So, I didn't really enjoy I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy the 2012 version. You and I played the Ghost Recon. It was too linear to me. It was like on the old Recon, it's like you could go anywhere, and on that one, you had to like stick to it's kind of like a rail what do you call those, like a railroad train track type games where you had to stick to a certain thing and take them out. It was, I mean, it was strategic because we could lock on to different people, and then we'll both say go, and and then all the boys would just drop. It's still fun, but just wasn't, didn't get that Ghost Recon 1 feeling, bro. Other video games, I'll think of more video games. Let me see. Man, there's probably a bunch I'm just missing, man. I should have prepared this, but my bad. The double dash on the couch at the whatchamacallit was super fun, man. I mean, you was like Soul Calibur God mode on that one, too, on double dash for sure. It was Dennis and I inside the back fighting for second place. And you always had this huge, oh, Jared wasn't back there. I wouldn't be, well, if you wasn't in second place, you wouldn't be getting told by Jared, bro. So get in first place and start talking all that smack, bro. Of course, the time when we took out your homeboy, JoJo, on the Dragon Ball Z. And, because he kept saying, no Zenny. Yeah. I'll go back to more video games if I could just think of something. But another thing we had a lot of together, being across the street. Yeah. The bike days are beautiful, man. I got my little mud dog from Service Merchandise. It was like a camouflage, like gray and black, and it had like the little mud dog symbol that was like orange and bluish, so like the little dog face. And y'all had y'all bikes. Byron had his bike, and I was, man, I can't get it right. I mean, like going through my head, bro. I mean, it's insignificant as shit, but I'm not saying it's insignificant because I can't remember. It's just the way the names. I want to say I was Knight Rider. Ray wanted to be close to my name, so he got like Neon Knight Rider. Or maybe you did Neon Knight Rider. I want to say Byron was Dark Knight, or maybe you chose Dark Knight because you're like Batman or something. And then there was another, maybe like a Ghost Rider. I want to say that's probably Byron Ghost Rider or something like that. We had our little bullshit names and kids, man. I can never make fun of kids, bro, because I was like a kid once who thought that was like the most amazing thing in the world. Then we moved from there to go-karts. And of course, your dad, you and Ray got that two-seater held on half choke. And eventually our go-kart broke for sure. Because you're not supposed to ride on half choke. You're supposed to choke it just to start it and then take the choke off. But I had the fastest go-kart. Byron didn't like that. I'm going to say he didn't like it. I don't know. But yeah, the dude my dad bought the go-kart from, he of course raced go-karts, and so he took the govern off of it, so there was no speed. That thing could shoot up to 200 miles per hour probably if you wanted to, because there was nothing to slow it down. I want to say mine was all black. Yeah, I remember them days. And of course, none of us could compete with Kevin Landry down the street. So that boy had go-karts, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, anything you could think about. Probably had dirt bikes for all we know, man. I know that all of them was adopted. Like Tanny was adopted, Kevin was adopted, that other chick was adopted. And I want to say like maybe the parents are rich and they wanted to give these kids the best possible thing and best possible life, and just bought whatever they wanted. I want to say the tallest one, I want to say his name was like Larry, maybe something like that. He was like an original kid. I don't know. But yeah, that boy Kevin, he came through with something new every single week. So he had some type of new driving device. More across the street. walking across the street, going to Kroger's, doing that was the wild. I wish I could watch this on film. Just we would walk and we'd be talking. We would be like, "Oh man, remember we were playing the game, blah blah blah." Next thing you know, somebody just break out in a Dean Malenko hole. It's like, what are you doing, bro? It was just, we just started wrestling anywhere. They had some grass and it was two people. We just wrestled, bro. schools. Uh, we talked about this. About you didn't understand why your parents took y'all out of Fairview the year I was going to Fairview and brought y'all to College Oaks. But yeah, it's crazy that all four of us never saw the same school together. Like, I mean, Byron and I ended up going to LaGrange, but y'all still at Hamilton, so we still never end up all four at the same school, which has been wild. Um, um, I do remember when I was younger, bro. Y'all parents had y'all with the freshest Attack Force shoes from Payless, man. Like, I remember Attack Force would like emulate the other shoes, but instead of having like Jordan or something on like or like Bo Jackson, whoever was cool at the time, they would have Attack Force AF written on it. Like even had like the little pumps instead of having Reebok pump, it was like AF. Uh, Across the street, more stuff. I do remember. I don't know if you were awake at this time, but I remember watching David Copper. I was watching David Copperfield, and I just heard a whole bunch of commotion outside, and it was when Kevin Landry, when their house was on fire, and like the whole tears. I guess they seen the smoke, whatever, like that, bro. I didn't say the whole tears, but man, there was at least about 50 people standing across the street like it was a spectacle, watching this man's house burn down. I remember the fire department had to come inside and smash the top of the roof to let the heat come out. But yeah, I watched that for a little while, and I was like, dude, I'm missing David Copperfield. So I walked my head back inside the house and finished David Copperfield. Like, okay, that was a fire. What else can you see from this, you know? Um, Moving to the tree in the ditch. Of course, I'm gonna miss a bunch of these memories, man. But yeah, of course, Byron talking about if you pee inside of a girl. Like I say, luckily I wasn't sexually active because a chick would have came to me, I got your baby, and like, girl, I did not pee inside you. Don't even come with that bull crap. I know how babies are made. Said actions like, y'all know how babies are made. We had a general idea like sex or whatever like that. It's like, yeah, it's sex, but you have to pee inside of her to actually make a baby come out. And we're like, oh, okay. Boy, you had nothing to do with it. It was Ray and I being an idiot. They had those soft shell turtles inside the ditch. And Ray and I were throwing rocks at the turtles and was cracking their shells. And it was for that dude that lived inside the back named Chris Chavis and his brother. And they came back to check up on their turtles. So I guess they caught a turtle. And they was like, it's going to be safe right here inside this ditch. And they came back and their turtles was dead with rocks thrown at them. And they seen us sitting inside that tree. And they started throwing rocks at us inside the tree, which we totally deserve, bro. I don't know if you was there with us, but I know for sure Ray was with me, because he was the one that was throwing the rocks at the little turtles, bro. I would never do that to a freaking turtle nowadays. I don't know what. Being a kid, man. Just being a kid. And Chris Shavers ain't did nothing to us, man. Speaking of trees, bro, you did that. Like, still impressed to the day. And I don't even know how it, how that happened. That tree had been there since we were little kids. The one when you make the right on Prairie Lake Road to like go inside the terrace, and that tree that was next to the interstate. Tree been there forever, and we kept saying, man, one day we're gonna conquer this tree, you know. And every time we would act like we're going outside the grass to go around it this way and come back inside of it, whatever like that. And one day you was like, man, screw this, I'm gonna do it. And you went around, I said, this dude, he ain't about to do it, he ain't about to do it. And that boy did. He went around that tree and then came back onto the road, the little Prairie Lake Road, whatever like that. Oh, not like, I want to say like a week later, they cut that tree down. It was like the tree was like standing there with his chest poked out. I dare one of y'all to try to conquer me. And you conquered his ass, and he committed suicide, bro. He was like, man, I'm done. The boy's driving around me now. Yeah. Oh, that's a crazy thing that pops out of my head just thinking about trees. I'm telling you, this is how my thoughts work. Just things just pop out of my head. When we went to Sam Houston, we were older. We was probably like, that's been like, oh, I don't know, 05-ish to 06-ish, maybe. 04-ish to 06-ish. In between those times, whatever like that. But I could think about it and correlate things to get the exact year, but I don't feel like doing it. You and I went to Sam Houston Park, and we were walking. It was like, man, let's try this little small trail. It was like, we ain't gonna do the full trail right now. We're gonna do the half a trail, and it's probably like about 7 o'clock at night, so the sun was still up. And next thing you know, the sun started going down, and we were like, okay, let's just wait for the lights on the ground to pop up for this trail, so we can make it back. There was no lights, bro. Man, we had to thug our way with our little, because it wasn't even a flashlight on the camera, on the phones that we had. We just had to kind of shine it down on the ground to hopefully make it back to the main road, bro. We could have been stuck out there for life, yeah. I just knew, like, okay, the sun will go down, lights gonna pop up to show us the rest of the trail. Nah, they was on God mode, expert mode. There wasn't no just regular play, like what do you call that? Intermediate mode or novice mode? Nah, yeah, that trail, bro. Also one time went to Sam Houston. It was you, me, Ray, and your dad. I want to say like they was holding like a talent show for like a church type thing because they had like a cabin, and that's when Ray did like the 2 back handsprings to like win the talent show, whatever like that. But before the talent show, you, me, and Ray all went to like where the water was. And I remember your dad, he was like, man, I really wish I could sit out here right now and draw this. I've never seen his drawings before, but it was pretty dope that he draw in nature or whatever like that. Again, random memory pops out of my head just saying Sam Houston. Today, Ray and I walked all the way down, like past Byron House, and found that big old branch and dragged it back all the way to the tree. We could have simply went above ground. We could have took that branch, put it on top of the ground, walked around the houses, and brought it there. But nope, we had to put it on freaking expert mode and walk that thing. Nothing dealing with the tree, kind of dealing with the tree because you were sitting under the tree playing with Pete when Ray and I went go smash up Byron House with pouring the water inside the trash can and sticking the water inside their dryer hose to fill up their kitchen and putting the mud on their carpet. And Rochelle told us, she was like, look, they could think they have a leak or something. Y'all already did messed up because we wanted to tell Rochelle what we did, It was like, she's probably going to think they have a leak coming like from the dryer or from like the washing machine or something while the thing is flooded. But a trash can full of water is too obvious. Just dump the water out. Nah, they got to feel the full effect. Got to feel the full effect of Ray and Jay. First person, she went to the wrong house first. Well, she went to the right house first because she went to my house first, and I buckle under pressure, bro. Do y'all know anything about the water inside? Oh, we did it, man. It was me, Ray, Kenneth. Ray was gonna make an RC recipe, and I was like, it was me and Ray did it. I said Ray was gonna make an RC recipe to get Byron to try to drink it or whatnot. Then I went to y'all house for that Bilbo and Pat. Hey, bro, we got caught. It wasn't just me going down. But I promise you, man, she would have went to y'all house first. Ray would have definitely talked out of it, man. Yeah, that was my fault why we all caught them whippings that day, man. My bad on that one. I'm trying not to leave anything out, whatever like that. Let's kind of go to music. It's too big of a thing to talk about. No, it's not. I remember back in like my ninth grade, y'all 8th grade year, I used to have DMX playing on repeat. And for some reason, you always catch like parts. Like I don't even think you'd be listening to the songs or whatnot. And then you just start laughing because it was the part when it said you find out your dog is a cat and you just started laughing, bro. there's another time we were driving. This is like '06ish when I was at the Charlestonian. There's a song by E Vicious called "That Ain't My Hoe," and just jamming "That Ain't My Hoe," whatever like that. And then you just started jamming to it too, bro. I don't know half the time. I don't. You pay way more attention than I think you paying attention. Because I pay attention to all. I guess you're like me. You just pay attention even though you don't even say anything, whatever like that. I'll go back to the music. We just had different tastes. I mean, he was a Kenny G type dude. I don't know because it was inside his name, whatever like that. Yeah, but you were super unique. You listen to Kenny G and like telescopes. I say one of the biggest nerd thing I did was my 5th grade year. I got a globe for Christmas. I memorized all the countries and the stores. Well, the stores are the capitals. I didn't know that. I just seen the store, the name next to it. But yeah, I geeked out sometimes too. But uh, yeah, I go back to the music. It's too many. Something more simple at the top. 4th Street. Yeah, so many times at 4th Street, bro. The time we went to the trip with Nadio and Mason. I don't know if they're like missionaries or I don't know what you would call them, whatever like that. But I know they came from like the east or the north, or I don't know exactly where they came from. But I remember Nadio had just pledged Omega because this little thing on his arm was still like pinkish, where they branded him the horseshoe, the upside down horseshoe for the Omega sign, whatever like that. And I understood why he didn't hang out with us, bro. Like, you fresh Omega at another college. Of course, you ain't about to hang out with no freaking 14, 15-year-old kids, bro. Man, I'm about to hang out with this college student, bro. Mason was more like the nerdier type, I guess. I didn't really get to hang around him that much. But yeah, I just remember I was acting like Red on Friday. I was smarter than everybody else, and we went to I didn't want to say it was like Slitterbarn. And Kate was like, "Bro, I got a locker." He was like, "I'm like, Kate, I don't need to put this ring inside the locker, bro. Watch him, Leo." And he's like, "Jay, that ring gonna slip off." Nah, I'm just tuck mine in, you know. He was like, "Okay, don't put it inside the locker." Second, we get inside that freaking wave pool, man. We go meet up with Nadia to go down that sliding thing. We go walking up them wooden steps. I looked down and I was like, "Okay, you see my ring?" It's like, "I told your way to put it inside the locker." I'm like, "Bruh." It was nowhere in the world I was about to go to that wave pool and find that freaking ring. No freaking way. So I was like, I just give up, bro. That thing lost inside the wave pool somewhere, bro. Yeah, but I should have definitely took your advice, put that thing inside the locker, bro. Yeah, cause the wave pool was definitely Debo. Cause that nigga took my that nigga took my ring, bro. More 4th Street. Oh my God, yeah. Miss Nicole singing "I Get on My Knees" to 3 teenagers, bro. I mean, it was to the whole thing, but we that was the wrong people to be inside the audience, inside the beaches. What do you call those, pews? Inside the church, bro, because we could not stop laughing. The more we tried to stop laughing, the harder it came out. And she kept just repeating, "I get on my knees." And I swore, bro, Joey was 15 years old with us, man. That boy was a whole grown man, manager at Taco Bell. Because he'll come sit with us inside the Bible study thing before church or whatever. And I just thought he was our age. I guess he just got that young look, man. I never knew why you talked to Santana, but you told me recently, you just wanted to have a chick because I was with fucking Joanna, man. And I was with Joanna, and Ray was with Crystal, so you just snatched the low hanging fruit, man, Santana. Um, but yeah, I remember we all went to that power team for First Baptist. And after that, I told you the story just a few weeks ago or a month ago. I don't keep up with time anymore. about how after I gave her my number, she called my parents' house and asked for Jared, and my mom was like, "No, he's out at a church event." And she was like, "Yeah, you gave the real number, man. Like we hypothesized, bro. She must have got a bunch of wrong numbers to have to do that little trick, bro. Uh, yeah, but I love me some Joanna, man. The Joanna. Keep connecting to the movie Joanna, man. It was just Joanna. I like to say man after everything. I think Jenny was actually in that movie. Oh, of course, the infamous your mom seeing Pastor Norman church billboard on by St. Louis High School. Next thing you know, we're playing ping pong in the middle of I want to say it's Enterprise Boulevard. And it came to that slow stop, and the next thing you know, after my heart went back inside of my chest, I could finally rehear Whitney Houston Heartbreak Hotel, the little CD she had jamming inside there. 4th of July's. Of course, Dennis bringing sand to the beach, and then you and me doing the icebreakers on Kiba, and two other homegirls on the steps on at the Civic Center. Natchitoches, fun time, bro, fun time. We want to see Dennis' sister cheerleading competition, and we followed Butch, his Uncle Butch. It was a mom. Uncle Butch was inside the Tahoe, and then Dennis' car, of course, the Eagle couldn't make it all the way to Natchitoches. So y'all boys jumped in with me. I drove. Dennis was in the passenger seat, and he was inside the back chilling. And the mom and Butch ended up getting lost. And we ended up stopping by their McDonald's, and they bought us all combos, whatever like that. And I got so excited listening to 8701 and that Nas one mic, and I threw my soda out the window, and that thing flew back and hit me and went all over my clothes. Luckily that thing was a Sprite, because it was a Coke. I'd have just been screwed that whole little trip, because I wasn't gonna drive back home and get some clothes. I didn't have the money just to buy a whole fresh new outfit. You know, luckily that thing dried up, but yeah, luckily we made it there, and seeing Dennis' beautiful cousin, Jesus Christ, that was a beautiful girl, bro. Oh, if I could have, I can't even say it out loud. I was keeping everything rated PG, bro. There's gonna be a lot of memories I can't talk about, just because it's gonna be on a public format, and I have to keep it all cool, you know. But I remember my mom was, of course, I love to be ahead of my classes. So I just finished my first and second semester at Lamar University, and I seen the classes I was going to take the next for the new fall semester, for the fall semester of 2002, and I took like two classes, or one or two classes at McNeese, just to be ahead, so I didn't have to just get it out the way, you know, just get it out the way in the summer, whatever like that. And my mom was so strict on education, man. She was like, "Jared, it's 10 o'clock. Why are you not inside this bed? Because you have classes out the morning." And I was on that phone, bro, being 200 miles away from my old mom. So I was like, I would have bitched out if I was like next to her, but I was like, "No, I'm in Natchitoches. I can't make it." She's like, "Where are you at?" I was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna make it up tomorrow, like, or something like that. I'm gonna do like extra work or whatever, school, whatever like that." Oh man, she was heated, but man, I couldn't miss that trip, man. I'm happy I didn't miss that trip either. Sleeping in that pond, that pond across the street, like a lake or a pond or swamp, whatever like that, from there. The people who were staying at a house, and they had the ducks inside the pond. And I was like, "Hey, look how Dennis' cousin's sitting inside that pond," because lame duck, whatever. But yeah, sleeping on them hot ass couches, man. I don't know, in a hot ass room. Dennis told me the reason why it was hot. What they do is smart. They close the vent inside the living room when they go to sleep at night, so more air goes towards the bedroom. And they just forgot to open up the vent for us, bro. And so that's why it was so hot inside that room. And Dennis dumbass was like, "I'm gonna sleep on the couch." Okay, sleep on the couch, bro. Yeah, we sleep on the floor, bro. Heat rises, and yeah, we didn't sleep like a wink, probably like 30 minutes at the most that night, because Dennis kept talking about at 5 o'clock my uncle's gonna come get me like he always does and go fishing. Well, I was like, okay, whatever, you know. But we made it to the cheerleading event with all these beautiful females in these little small cheerleading outfits, and we all laid there side by side on each other's shoulders, sleeping, bro, just sleeping. I remember one chick when we were leaving out, man. She looked just like Megan. She's a bright skinned chick, thick too, man. And then when we got back to the house, it was either you or me that fell asleep under that tree because we didn't care where we slept. We just slept. And on the ride home, of course, Dennis was annoying me, so I had to put on the heater. So, I know you wouldn't sleep in the heat, and so I was like, bro, Dennis, talk to Kenneth, bro. There's no way in the world I'm gonna stay on this whole 4-hour trip back to Lake Charles talking to you. August 31st. Speaking of keeping with the icebreakers, because that was pretty close to each other. Because 4th of July, then August 31st of the same year, we bought an icebreaker gum before we went to the event or whatnot. And you back down, man. Whatever, I forgive you, bro. But yeah, we seen Megan, Dee and Juliet once we walked inside there, and the song "Ring the Alarm" from Nate Dogg popped inside of my head, dancing, prancing, and a woman walked inside the club. And luckily she was like, "This is whack," and so all three of them left or whatnot. And meeting up with the three chicks, and that gave us our space. That was beautiful, bro. Like Yolanda with the Y, of course, the other chick Anita and her sister, whatever like that. But during the game, they stayed to themselves. It was like, man, y'all go do y'all thing. We're gonna meet up at the end of the game and link back up. And we linked back up and went to Whataburger when Dennis did the KKK joke. He was like, where the? He's like, shh, don't say that out loud. They got people around here that are like, what? Like KKK? We just bust out laughing. Going to the beach. I had a fun night, man, but then I ended up finding out y'all boys have a fun night. But you don't understand, man, the stuff I went through, bro. Travis was calling me to go meet up with Yolanda because that was his chick in the first place. Ray was calling me to go hang out to like different places, and I was like, nah, man, this is a night for me, Ray, and Dennis, Kay and Dennis, bro. Because I know y'all didn't get a lot of female attention, whatever like that. So I want that night to be for us, man. You doing the screech, screech dance next to your car. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. Like I said, instead of going to the beach, we should have left Whataburger. Just went back to the apartment. Like, man, just watch like a DVD or something like that. You know what I'm saying? What else? Not really much more from that night. The 18th Street Party, man. I mean, I can tell the point of view from me, Ray, and Dennis, but you just ghosted out when that fight started out. You missed the whole fight, and I understand, man. Just be safe, because it was around a bunch of niggas that anybody could pull out a gun or something, you know what I'm saying? And you went to Kroger's, but man, your brother was worried about you that night, bro. Like the first time I ever seen him, like, he's like, where's my brother? Where's my brother? And he was in Kroger's parking lot, just chilling. The Lake Chateau days. Man, that's mainly just video games, But it was funny though. When Dennis, we tricked Dennis into taking his bird outside. That bird flew on top of the carport, and then he went like stand on top of my truck to get on top of the carport. Then he flew on top of the apartment. That boy went inside my bedroom to like stand on my balcony to get on top of everybody. And then that bird then flew off, bro. And of course his old dog that we used to put the cover over when Dennis would go to work when this was out of the kitchen, so he couldn't see because it was barking all the time. It was some Lake Chateau, so many Lake Chateau memories, man. Still can't believe you put like $500. It's like $530 for the rent. And you put that thing inside of an envelope and put it through the little door thing, man, with the little name. Man, that lady could have took that cash and jacked it, bro. But she was honest about it, so whatever. Um, I did have fun playing Prince of Persia with you, and there was one game that I played. I want to say it was probably God of War. I made it to the final boss with like half a life left, and it was saved there. And it was nowhere in the world, bro. I couldn't beat that dude with like two full lives. And you came through, bro. You spent like about an hour or so until you beat the boss with like a half of a life bar left. That's still an amazing feat, man. And of course, man, it's Dennis did you wrong with the Star Fox. Beat the whole game while you was while you went to work or sleep or whatever like that. Um, it's too many. At least I told you end up getting your job at Building the Four, what we were saying at the townhouse. Houston trips. I thought about Houston trips because of the time he had left our clothes inside. Well, that was more of a Galveston trip when he left our clothes inside the car. I'll get to that later, man. But just going to Houston. Oh man, like long, like way in the beginning. We went to Houston to the outlet, and so you could buy your CD player. You bought that Soundstorm, and bro, like it was cheap, but like every rock we hit on that ride back from Houston, just skipped the track, bro. It was just a cheap CD deck, but hey, you got the songs playing, you know. Of course, the Kappa Beach Party. The '03 one was when you, me, and D drove there, listening to that R. Kelly. Two gorillas in the jungle making love. It was that Friday because you had just got out of school, and you drove us there. And that class ring, boys, and a lot of videos. Positive stuff to the rest of the people that don't know. Kay and I know. I don't think anybody will watch this one, you know. But anyway, yeah, Dennis filming the best shoes of '03, you know. Just have to watch it. If you want to know the best shoes of 2003, it's freaking Dennis because he wanted to stare at everything instead of using the camera like we told him to. The Kappa Beach Party, when we came back, saw Lake Charles was whack. I mean, that chick in the orange who danced for the camera, but it just wasn't no Galveston Kappa Beach Party, bro. But back in the next year, we planned another trip. And we was all kind of, it was you, me, and D, and man, my bad, Lance, bro. I mean, it wasn't nothing bad, but like, we wanted to keep everything like under wrap. Like we just wanted to go with K, D, and me, you know. So when Lance would come over a few times, whatever like that, we wouldn't mention it. And then Lance was like, man, I got a homeboy that got a beach house in Galveston. And we were like, well. Now we might actually thinking about going to the Kappa Beach Party for some odd reason. And yeah. So I remember Dennis and I went out there. We was waiting on you and Lance to come, and Dennis was getting pissed because we had all our clothes inside the little red truck I had. And you were like, Dennis, just chill out. He's going to get the key. And of course, Dennis overacting to everything. Yeah, but then y'all ended up finally making it, and then it was like that. It was like two white dudes and a chick, and we all went back to the house, and of course I had to sleep next to you on the floor. Boy, I don't know what happened between 2002 and 2004, but your snoring went up like 1,000 decibels. Yeah, and I remember Lance waking up cursing because he was so cold. And we just used to being cold because in the apartment we just walk by the thermostat and don't even look and just hit it down wherever it land on. That's how cold it's gonna be that night, you know. And then the funny part was Lil Rick, that Michael Myers song started playing on that ringtone, whatever like that, and he's like, oh no, and was thinking like something serious. He's like, it's my girlfriend. That boy wasn't leaving the Kappa, man. Ooh. Oh man, back to '03. Forgot about that part. We all went to McDonald's when we was coming back home, and Dennis and I fell asleep, and I kind of like woke up, whatever, like that, and I seen it was like so many miles, like about 300 miles to El Paso, and I was like, "Hey, where are you going?" It's like, "Man, y'all asleep. I don't even know where I'm going." And so we had to turn around and go back towards Louisiana. But back to the '04 Kappa. Was it a lot? Man, yeah, that was. Oh yeah, you left early because you wanted to get to church Sunday, and so you left that Saturday, and that's when you hit the freaking cow on the interstate, bro. I have a better chance of finding a unicorn in my closet than hitting a cow on the interstate, but you found the cow, you know. And we were coming for you, bro. We left, took the ferry. We was tired, bro. Because Land said the white cats said they was leaving that day, so we can't stay inside the house or whatever like that. But yeah, it was coming towards you, and then your dad ended up getting there before we did, whatever like that. And you left our clothes in the car. I have no clue. I don't know if you was mad at us. Well, you took your clothes and you left our clothes inside the truck, and we had to um, drive back home. Didn't get you because you was the one with the case or whatever like that, and drive back to like whatever the little spot was in between Orange and whatever city, I don't know, those little small ass towns, whatever like that, to go to the towing place to get our clothes out of your car. That's dope, man. I like that. I love backstories, man. Well, when I told you about that, you said that was a blind blessing because I think you said like the next day you was gonna go talk to like some people in Houston. You never know what that would have ended up, whatever like that. Um, but yeah, I drove back to like the White Cats, Lands homeboy, whatever like that. I drove back to go meet that little chick, Claudia, in Houston. That's because she lived like in this town called Freeport or something, like right before you get to Houston. But you have to pass through Galveston to get there. And when I was driving, of course, I passed by the beach house. They were saying inside all their cars was there, lights was on, everything. The boys ain't never left. But I get it though, man. You have no three niggas just chilling inside your freaking crib, you know. Be happy we got to stay there one night. I mean, of course, we were decent dudes, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know who we were, you know. Well, thank you for having me go to your satellite wedding with you. I want to say this was like 08ish, 08ish or 09. Oh, what was it? No, I want to say 08ish, 08ish or 09ish, whatever like that. To be at your wedding, cause you did the satellite wedding. Because your wife wasn't here she was still inside the Philippines, and you just needed a witness. And I was the witness, and the little lady at the little court thing, whatever place we was at, she was like, "Let me get this straight, because if I mess up these names, I'm gonna have Kenneth marrying Jared." I was like, "Nah, we don't want to do that, bro." And yeah, everything went smooth, man. After that, I was talking to Ashley, and we met her at Papa Do's and talked for a little while, and then left. Um, oh, thanks for the motorcycle idea, man. We always talked about as kids getting a bike one day when we grow up, but none of us ever did it. And you was the first person that took the step forward. And yeah. That was I mean, it was short lived for me because I got my bike in December, got my wreck in April, so it was on like a 5-month live for me, you know. And you came over in 2012, the Christmas Eve. Your parents wasn't moved across the street. I still have the picture somewhere inside of my phone because we took a picture of both our bikes in front of where your parents' house would be inside the future, because it was just a blank grass thing there, without like that. But we ended up taking those back roads, heading further south, and then we circled back around, and then we went to Juicy or whatever his real, I don't know his real name, the dude that you end up saw being kind of cool with, whatever like that. His apartment, and after we left there, bro, we was driving to Prairie Lake Park, And that road that you're making right on Prairie Lake Park, of course, they say wherever you look is where the bike's gonna go. And I was so scared of this white van that was on this side because it's like a one way. It's like one way this way, one way this way. When I was making that right, I was looking dead at that van. I mean, like my tire must have almost barely hit her tire, bro. And then that was the first time I ever went on the interstate on a bike because I only had my bike for like 2 weeks when you came. So I was still fairly new to all that. I still wish you would have came to Panama. Met us back in 2013. So it was about like 4 months later after we rode our bikes together because that was December 2012 and March 2013 we went to, it was like March 17th, we went to Panama City Beach. Me and my homeboy Derek, whatever like that, and you were supposed to come meet us to take your bike because we was riding our bikes up and down the beach, but you smart, bro. It wasn't a place for a married man. It was a lot of grime going out there. Too many beautiful women, bro. Staying safe at home with your wife was a perfect idea, man. To be honest, I wasn't really. I'm going like all around now. I wasn't really feeling the Switch, Nintendo Switch, or whatever like that. But I'm really happy you talked me into buying it, man. Because like, I don't care about what was like first or last place. Like I don't care Mario Kart when we were playing whatever like that. I just cared about our conversations. We had a lot of great conversations. Because I mean, we already know pretty much every single thing. Both of us have like really good memory, and we both pretty much know everything. But the cool thing about that was we was getting like backstories to what led up to. It's kind of like if I went to Kroger's this day, you know, the day you and I went to Kroger's, just making up some random shit. And I would say like, man, that day my mom told me not to go to Kroger's and blah blah blah, like the whole backstory before we even got to that event, whatever like that. I thought that was fun, man. And just speaking on just philosophical stuff, spiritual God stuff, man. Thank you for remaining my friend. Like when I went atheist in like 2010ish, 2011ish, whatever like that. Instead of being like, man, I can't deal with this dude no more, bro. You stay my friend. I came back around, bro. I found God, man. I found God. I mean, God's already here the whole time, you know. Yeah, I just came back to my natural state, put it that way, bro. But that's pretty much all I got, brother. I love you, and there's so many things I'm missing. Not because I don't remember some things I can't speak upon, or I don't think you'll feel comfortable people saying out loud. Um, love you, bro. Thinking touching upon much was music, but I mean, he was a huge MJ fan. He got me into some of his stuff, especially like Invincible with the Heaven Can Wait and stuff like that. But yeah, shocked that you got into DMX later on in his life. I felt you would have liked him because he talks to God in all of his albums, whatever like that. But peace, bro. If I find something else, I'll add like a second video. But that's all I got right now. It's talked for like an hour and 23 minutes. It's like a bunch of nonsense. So much shit in my head, man. All right, love you. Peace, K.